Texas 95.7, the Armadillo. Craig Vaughn with you in the studio. It is time for the WRCA's Ranch Radio every Tuesday about this time. Brought to you by
New Generation Supplements.
There you go. New Generation Supplements.
And
Appreciate
Lehman's historical classical music session.
Yeah, Lehman Wall and Casey Hooper are obviously in the studio now, as we do.
Yeah, what y'all don't get to hear is all the stuff that happens before we hit record.
Well, I said,
whatever.
fill me a nanner, and you really did toss me a peanut.
There's
Craig's
some
hanging on the coconut
strange
tree.
music selections going on up in
You're
here.
the reason our kids are ugly.
You're the reason our kids are ugly.
I'm not. It wasn't my choice.
What's the second side of that, though? What's the back side of that?
Which
lyric?
one? Which,
That
Reason
is
your kids,
the-
but looks aren't everything.
Yeah,
but looks aren't everything.
See, I told you when we started
Thank
this
God,
deal.
looks aren't everything.
That's what I tell people.
Craig, how are you?
I'm all right. How y'all doing?
Spectacular.
A little bit of allergies moving in right now. From this is kind of a weird season. I normally don't get kind of fall allergies. I'm getting them right now, though.
I think everything is...
Rain made everything grow late. We didn't get it early. We got it late.
That's true. Yeah. Still got some flies trying to buzz around.
Yeah.
Sounds like a personal problem, but the rain actually did me some... I mean, Horselick have a fly situation.
Well, that's right.
They
That's
can
right.
get rid of flies.
That's a
Yeah.
good idea, actually.
Yeah, there is a fly
Start
preventative.
popping
in
them
that.
pills on the way
Maybe I
outside.
just need to get me a horse lick tub and prevent the flies from.
Why did you look at me?
You should now. You got to follow up with. We're joking. Don't do that. Don't.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh,
we need
yes.
to read the label, people. Not for human consumption.
Yeah, my per 100 pounds is different than Lehman's per 100 pounds. I take a lot more than he does.
Where'd y'all go last weekend? Who went?
I was in Roaring Springs, America, for the Motley Dickens Old Settlers reunion and Ranch Rodeo.
Do they sell T-shirts? That sounds like it'd be a cool
You know, they
T-shirt.
don't.
I don't think they
posters,
did,
and
do
T-shirts
they?
or
They
hats.
did a poster probably 3 years ago that I took out of the feed store, Napa store, that were joined together
That'd be a
in Matador.
cool- Could
Yeah.
have Vince Neil and Nikki Sixx and Tommy.
Hey, dirty. It's the dirt.
No,
It's a WRCA
it's the Motley
radio.
Dickens crew
Yeah,
rodeo.
Motley
Both
Dickens.
of y'all.
I get it.
Jeez,
I
man.
get it.
Staring at me like I just said.
I'm clueless, people, apparently. That's the way it always rolls.
Tommy
around.
Lee?
They talk about things, and I'm just going, yeah, okay, I'm just nodding my head. I was in Roaring Springs.
Yeah, how was it?
Craig.
It roared right by
It was
him.
outstanding, actually. Anybody that's never been, this is old school, okay? This has been going on for 99 years. I think last week we mentioned kind of how it got started. And for those that didn't hear it, basically a few ranches in the area, some guys got to talking and probably arguing who could ride the bronc the best.
Yep.
So they literally just out in the middle of nowhere created a quote unquote arena by using people.
Yeah.
People just
Yeah,
stood
Model
around
T went to a T-bone.
and they snubbed up and rode, and that was the start of the Motley Dickens Old Settlers
There you go.
reunion. And it's kind of funny hanging back with Billy Campbell. He was talking about how they were already preparing for, the 100-year anniversary, and he said, because if you may not understand what Motley Dickens means, that's two counties, okay? There's Motley County and Dickens County. So for two counties to be neighbors and to have worked together in planning and running an event for 99 years without killing each other, that's pretty amazing,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And these people, they play a lot of swing music. I had never been around that too much. If it ain't a polka accordion or the Mavericks, I'm adios amigo, right? So I go down there, and it's like 120 degrees out. It's noon, and I don't know where all these people came from because Roaring Springs isn't that
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Matador's not that big. You go down the highway, there's nothing but state cops. And here comes 85-year-old and older doing a swing in 120-degree weather. And I mean live band swing band.
Yeah. Yeah.
Texas swing or whatever y'all call it.
Yeah.
Right?
They do. They have a band during the middle of the day, like Casey said. Then they actually have another band that picks up, about 8 or so. And then after rodeo, they'll have another one start up. That was Jody Nix. Obviously, anybody from our country knows Jody Nix. And
I do not.
yeah, a big time dancing deal. And it's like the town of Roaring Springs multiplies in population by 20 when it comes to this deal. It's amazing. People come out of nowhere. You see the kids running around. It's just old school celebration, small town America. So 20 ranches, or 22 maybe, where they do it. They split it up. So there's a certain. It's kind of like Haskell Wild Horse Prairie Days, where there's a set of ranches compete Friday. You'll turn around Saturday and have a completely different set. They have ranch horse show. They did a youth ranch rodeo. They have a parade that goes down through town.
Doesn't take long.
The dances, vendors.
Goat roping.
They've got washer pitching. They've got hog tie. I mean, you name it.
Speaking of history.
Yeah, so first place this year was 4-6's Ranch, their Dixon Creek division. Second place was Circle M8 Land and Cattle. Third place was Singleton Ranches. So first, second, third. We're going to talk to Dusty Burson off of the 4-6's. Yes,
Sounds
sir.
good.
You bet.
We'll give him a call. Looking for mineral supplements that are economical, convenient, weather-resistant, high-quality, palatable? Look no further than SmartLick's Mineral Tubs. We know there's a lot of mineral supplement options out there, but not all are created equal. SmartLick tubs are fortified with all the nutrients your beef animals need, but without the waste that is common in loose mineral supplementation. To learn more about mineral supplement solutions to help support your herd perform their best, head over to smartlick.com or stop by your nearest SmartLick dealer today. And we got him on the phone, Dusty Burson. Congratulations, Dusty. I guess we'll be seeing you here in November, which will be here before you know it.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate it. We're excited to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, congrats, Dusty. Talk a little bit about we were kicking the tires a little bit, just in general, about Old Settlers Reunion and the history of it, and all the things that they do. You know, you guys being one of the local ranches that compete. What is it? Even though your division is not right there, but still part of 4-6's, kind of what does it mean to win Motley Dickens to you guys?
Oh man, that's one of the. I think in the cowboy world, that's kind of the one to win. You know, everybody's there's all the, in my opinion, all the best teams go to that one, and to be able to even be there's an honor. But to win it, man, it's just we were all excited, and it's like you said, it's kind of a hometown. I used to live in Guthrie, so and even before then, I grew up in Silverton, so I've been going to it, my whole life more or less, and to be able to win it, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the thing too that I liked, we'll talk a little bit about Ranch Rodeo, but on the side, you walk down through every part of that venue. You walk down, through going from one end of the arena to the other, and you pretty much are in a war zone with kids running around playing, and I think it's just such a cool family atmosphere.
Well,
Dusty.
half of them is Dusty's, half of them's Kai's, half of 4-6's kids. 4-6's. There ain't 4 of 6-year-olds running around. There's like 12. It should be the 12-6's. Sorry, Dusty, I had to add that. I mean,
no, but you're right, Lehman. That's they're just everybody's family goes there and hangs out, all day or for all weekend, really. A lot of people go over and camp out, and just the family atmosphere. But and it's another deal. The rodeo's fun, but it's growing up, we just went over there just to see friends and family, and like you said, just to kind of fellowship with everybody. So
I always enjoy going. It's see a lot of folks from back in our area, and then get to meet a lot of new people. And I was really excited to see you guys win this rodeo. It's a tough environment to win, like you said, with so many ranches. You got one go at it, and you guys were able to walk away. We had 79 points, Dusty. The next team, second place, Circle M8, was at 71 points. So, tight, but not so, nerve-wracking that it was separated by a point or two. I want to talk how you guys fared in events. So, bronc riding, 7th place. And, you might think, well, dadgum, 7th. But when you got the kind of guys riding broncs in that pen that you do, to walk away with 7th and get strong points, you had to be pretty happy with that.
Yes, sir. Yep. Zach, he rode him good, and the whole rodeo, but the bronc riding especially, it's a drawing competition, and you can only do I mean, yes, the guy gets points too, the cowboy, but you can't mark more than your horse is going to let you be able to, so that's such a big part of it, but that horse Buck, he kind of run into the fence there. I don't know if you remember that, but that might have cost him a point or two that would have got it. But no, you're exactly right. You got, in the bronc riding, points are points. So we was definitely happy to get them.
Points are points, Dusty, especially on these one-dayers. You've got to set the stride right off the top. And they don't start with the bronc riding there. They start with,
I know it.
Start with the sorting.
They start with the sorting, which is actually pretty good because it takes a little pressure off Zach. But Zach can tap one off if he gets one. You have to go back about a month or two ago. Zach was put in a pretty big pretzel situation, and he was pretty banged up. He goes to Hugo, and he kind of got the feeling back, and we knew we all got kind of excited, actually, to tell you the truth, because he topped one off. When Zach's feet aren't dragging, he'll top one off, and everyone knows he's about 7 foot all the way, give or take some. But respect to the whole team, and you've got some guys on there that can rope, and I'm telling you, and you're mounted, and that at that arena, you aren't the only team. Every one of those ranches are mounted. It's a tough rodeo. That's a very, very tough rodeo. Friday night and Saturday.
Yes, ma'am. Yep. And you talking about the horses? That's one of my favorite things about working at the ranch here. And they worked for so many years trying to raise the best ranch horse, and us getting to ride them and bring them to town and show them off. It's pretty cool. So. But I appreciate you saying that about all the guys here too. I mean, they're just they're great. They're not only great cowboys, they're great men. Mm-hmm. They're good people, and it's pretty cool to get to work around them every day.
You bet.
Yeah, good bunch of guys for sure. And then we get into the heat of the. So you talk about sorting, and they do start the event a little different than a lot of folks. And sorting was pretty interesting. We had a Saturday, got a few teams in, and just I really commend our judges and the committee there and all the ranches. We had a situation where one heifer just flat out, she was a problem. And I can't really probably have the time to explain it, but 4-6s was winning a lot of people over that night. They really spent a lot of time on her, and almost
was there.
they almost pulled it off. And long story short, we had to replace that one and start over, get some reruns on some teams. And you guys come out second in that event, which, like you talked about your horses, nothing better, to show them off than to get in a sorting pen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yep. And we watched. I think we went fourth the first time we went in the sorting, and I told the guys what we all were watching, and watching the cattle, and that 5. The first 3 teams drew that number 5, and she got back in. Or I don't even think that they got her out. And I told them, if we get number 5, y'all come in there, and we'll just have to mash her out because she ain't going to come out. And we trotted up there, and they said number 5, and I thought, well, that's good.
Well, and for those of you, sorry to interrupt, Dusty, but for those of you listening, back at home, we would have went ahead and probably top-knotted, went ahead and roped her and got her out of there. But these guys can't use the rope during this event. So he's saying what happened, but I believe they ended up second.
Yeah.
And that.
Sure did.
So your little babysitting move worked, Dusty. Your patience worked.
Yeah, we were thankful they kind of redid it. I mean, once again, like I was talking about the drawing contest, we understood when she got back that was just part of it. There's nothing we could do about it, and we were sure thankful we got a redo. So.
Yeah, I tell you, I was really proud of everybody the way they handled it. It was the fair way to do it, and it worked out good. Then we go to the Brandon, and I'm going to tell you what, Brandon was smoking. This is a different format than we see a lot of times. It's a one head, but they number the calves, so you get called out. You can't just rope anyone you want. How does that kind of play in, Dusty, to people's psyche when you know you got to go get a certain one?
Well, it's just like there's some people like it and some people don't, but it's sort of like at home when it's the last calf in the branding pen. You don't just go in there and rope one. You got to rope the one that hadn't been worked yet. So it's somewhat realistic, But I mean, yeah, definitely. It's just like in the sorting. If he's in the back of the herd, well, you got to go in there and he's not set up, and you got to try to get him set up. So it definitely plays a factor in it for sure.
Well, y'all were fast. You were 25.89. I couldn't even think about roping a calf and dragging in 25 seconds.
Well, they were second, and it looked like Smith cattle had a 24. So that is fast.
24.
And at home, everything that happens at rodeos is fast, furious, and money's on the spot. At home, slow, easy, whatever, just kind of safety up, get the right medicine, who's got the dope bucket, blah, 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 blah. Congratulations, Dusty.
Well, thank you.
And I got to throw one more thing. Craig's giving me the look here like we maybe need to start kind of moving on. But, Dusty, I wanted to just tell something on myself. I kind of knew that you guys were sitting in there really strong towards the last event, and here comes the milking. And dang it, Dusty gets underneath her. They got her roped fast. Dusty's underneath there, and he stays there.
That's a horrible place to
be.
He
stays there, and take a step out, and then looks in the bottle, jumps back under, and he stays there, and he stays there. I thought, Dusty, you got to hurry up, my friend. We got work to do here. Was the clock really running fast in your head while you were underneath?
No, big time. I just, we didn't have anybody keeping up, but we knew we were kind of having a good rodeo and might be in there. So, we just wanted to make sure we covered all the bases and made sure we got some. That old cow, I couldn't. She didn't have a whole lot of milk, so it was kind of tough getting it, but finally stayed patient and got it. So we're excited to be a part of it and can't wait for it.
Yes, sir, Dusty. Congrats, and congrats to the ranch for getting qualified. Did you guys need anything? Let us know.
All right, we'll do. Thanks a bunch, guys.
With all that, we haven't mentioned top hand, top horse yet, have we?
That's right. Yep. Top hand, Waylon Davis, the man, the myth, the legend, off of EC Cattle Mule Creek. Congrats to Waylon. Had a good, strong rodeo. Top horse, sponsored by Horse Lick, made by New Generation Supplements, was CR Tough Be Great, ridden by Elwin McCleskey and owned by Tongue River Ranch.
How you spell
by the great Elwin. Be Great was ridden by the great. That's pretty cool.
Tough is TUFF.
There you go.
Yep.
That bumps him up. Got to be a point.
Great is GREYT.
Oh, we're up to a 9 now. Then they started at a 7. Yep.
Yeah, nice gray horse. Nice gray horse. Real quick, bronc riding was won by Smith Cattle, while cow milking was won by /W. Wilson took doctoring. Branding was Smith Cattle, and sorting was Tongue River. So congrats to those guys.
Wilson won the doctoring. That doesn't mean they were being doctored. Let's just make sure for those that are listening.
Yes, clarification.
They're not sick. They're not ill.
We had a youth ranch rodeo down there, guys. Yep. So team got qualified. Hat Creek and EC Cattle.
All right.
Easton, Blaine, Kaysen, Cash, McCauley. Congrats to those. They'll be competing at the Youth World Championship.
3 more youth rodeos and 4 more.
That's right.
Adult rodeos. And then Friday tickets sold out. Saturday tickets sold out.
Friday and Saturday are sold out. So guess what that means?
Unless you know Casey.
Go buy your Thursday, Sundays. That's what that means. Get you and tickets to the youth ranch rodeo.
Yeah, Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Saturday, November the 12th at 1 p.m. is the
and it's a $10 ticket. You should go.
The only ticket I got is wrapped up in a nanner, and I've tossed it to Lehman, and I'm going to the psychiatrist that week.
I'm gonna pull that song.
WRCA.org.
Yes.
Download the free app wherever you get your apps from.
Craig, have a good one, sir.
You too. See y'all. Looking for mineral supplements that are economical, convenient, weather-resistant, high-quality, palatable? Look no further than SmartLix Mineral Tubs. We know there's a lot of mineral supplement options out there, but not all are created equal. SmartLix tubs are fortified with all the nutrients your beef animals need, but without the waste that is common in loose mineral supplementation. To learn more about mineral supplement solutions to help support your herd perform their best, head over to smartlick.com or stop by your nearest SmartLick dealer today.